Day 3 of the 2011 FIBA Americas Championships continues tonight with two matchups, starting with Dominican Republic facing Canada, two rivals in Group A. The Dominican Republic, of course, has now won 2 games. Canada is looking to win its second in Group A standings. As you can see, Venezuela won earlier today. They're off the schneid. And that means that both of these teams, the Dominican Republic and Brazil, are already in the tournament. Canada needs to win to qualify for the second round. Earlier today, in a controversial finish, Panama beat Paraguay 89-86. And Venezuela had an easy time against Cuba, 106-69. Alongside Gail Goodrich, this is Alvaro Martin. A fine matchup today, Gail, between the Dominican Republic and a Canadian team that lost a tough game against Brazil last night.
Yeah, they really did lose a tough game. It was really a hard-fought game, and I think that obviously this is a must-win game for Canada. They lost last night. This is only their second ball game. They come into this game. I think it's going to be a little bit tough for them because Dominican Republic is really strong up front. Dora Camp is going to have to play an exceptional ball game. I think that Canada is going to be in this ball game.
Leo Rottens is talking now to the officials. He's the head coach for Team Canada. Remember, Canada rested the first day. They had their first game last night. So now they'll be playing tonight and the next 2 nights, 4 consecutive nights. As we look at this Dominican Republic team, they've always had coaching or talent. This time they seem to have both.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, Coach Carapari is the head coach of the University of Kentucky. He leads this team as the head coach. Dale Harris is a very fine assistant, someone with a lot of international experience. They got one of the best players in Al Horford in this tournament, and certainly in the NBA. There's Coach Carapari. I think that they'll try to go inside, of course, and use some of their quickness against this Canadian team.
We're ready now for the playing of both national anthems as both teams line up on the court. And we will listen to the Canadian anthem, "O Canada," first. And now the national anthem of the Dominican Republic. Argentina has a night off, and it shows here at Polideportivo Mar del Plata in Mar del Plata. But there's a band of Dominican fans prominently sitting high above midcourt as the teams exchange pleasantries and gifts. Jack Michael Martinez, you will remember him, his face, his hair, if you haven't seen him before play. An outstanding rebounder.
And Alvaro, he has been exceptional in this tournament thus far. He leads the tournament in rebounds. He's also scored significantly from the floor, double figures, and he's turned a lot of heads here. He's really sort of come into his own. And like I said, it's had just a terrific tournament.
Levon Kendall, as we see the referees, Carrion from Puerto Rico, Polk from Slovenia, and Chiti from Argentina.
Dominican Republic, they have a very, very strong front line. Al Horford, of course, plays for the Atlanta Hawks, and he has really been absolutely terrific. He leads the tournament here in scoring thus far. Francisco Garcia, of course, plays for the Sacramento Kings, another NBA player who has not played well in this tournament, has not shot well. And so, in talking to Coach Carapari, he certainly has to get going for them to be successful.
Changes in the starting lineup for Canada. Corey Joseph returns as a starter. Levon Kendall now will start at the 4 next to Joel Anthony. Denham Brown and Carl English will complete the group. That's Levon Kendall starting again. This is Ronald Ramon of the Dominican Republic, a backup point guard. This is their starting lineup. Ulises Baez, Garcia, Sosa. Interestingly enough, they have Luis Flores, who normally would have been the shooting guard, but Baez has proven his mettle in the Spanish league, in the ACB league, and he clearly is taking the starting spot. The Dominican Republic won by 30 in day 1 against Cuba, 90-60. Then they beat Venezuela with quite a little bit of trouble. They had to come back from a large deficit, 92-89. And then now they face Canada. Uruguay and Puerto Rico will be coming up next. For Canada, a day of rest and then a tough loss. They lost by 12, but in that game they were up by 1 point in the fourth quarter, and then Brazil took off on a 15-0 run last night.
Yeah, they were right in the ball game, as you said, and then Brazil just took over, and the guard Huertas for Brazil just took over the game. But Canada played hard. They showed a lot of spirit, and certainly, it was somewhat surprising that they played. I think a little bit. I think it's a little surprising they played as well as they did against Brazil. But they're going to have to play at the top of their game today. Dominican Republic, as I said, has a very strong front line. I'm not sure it's with them. But we'll see.
These two teams, Gail, matched up in the Tuto Marchand Cup prior to this competition, and the Dominican Republic won that game. But that was a tryout. They were figuring out different combinations. As we see Aaron Dornekamp, a feisty player. You anticipate that he'll be caught up in a tough matchup, probably with Jack Michael Martinez.
Well, I would think so. But on the other hand, he could be out for Horford. Maybe Kendall. Maybe Kendall might match up. Kendall's a big, strong, rugged guy, as is Dornekamp.
And by the way, they have done away with Denham Brown. They're going to start with Kendall, Dornekamp, and Anthony, so they're going big to match up against the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, and that does not surprise me that Coach Robinson has decided to do that, because I think that both these teams are got to be big up front.
The Dominican Republic looks to qualify for its first Olympic Games. They failed to qualify in 4 previous qualifiers, not in Vegas 2007, and the prior one in Puerto Rico in 2003, with a lot of Dominican fans on hand. They came in 8th of 10 teams. So this is by far the best collection of talent, the best amount of resources that the Dominican Republic has ever put together to try to make it to the Olympics in 2012. And of course, they now have Al Horford at center. They'll be in white, Canada in maple leaf red, And he'll be jumping against a player he's familiar with, Joel Anthony of the Miami Heat, now playing for Team Canada. Carrion with the jump ball. And it's Canada's ball to start. Canada looks for an eighth berth in an Olympic game, and the first one in 23 years. But right now, they just want to win. English with a fake, drives the basket, and scores the first 2 points of the game against Edgar Sosa.
And that was pretty easy. He just went right around the defender and went straight to the basket, laid it up.
Battle of young point guards in Sosa and Joseph. Bias dribbles around, guarded by Dornekamp. Garcia picked up by English. Horford gets the ball, shoots, mid-range shot, no good this time. Ball's in his hands again, over to Sosa. Over again the repost to Horford, but Kendall slaps it out of bounds. 20 seconds on the possession for the Dominican.
And Horford, of course, looks to operate at the post position, but certainly can go outside and hit the jumper. And Kendall is matched up against him.
Did you see the Dominican have the ball go through Horford's hands as much as you've had here in the Marchand tournament?
Well, they're going to him right now, and a good way to start.
Pass to Martinez, backdoor cut, not taking advantage of. Double team. Dornekamp wakes up and steals the ball.
Corey Joseph,
Ooh.
a 19-year-old out of the University of Texas, is running the point.
Jack Michael and Anthony banging hard. Fake shot, it's good. That close, with that much space, Joel Anthony can make that shot.
Well, Anthony also has a significant height advantage on Martinez. With a few advantage that time.
Anthony with the rebound after Sosa wants to have the foul called and misses a shot. Kendall guarded by Horford. English again leaves Garcia behind. The ball stolen, slapped around in the hands of Horford. Over to Sosa. Sosa drives to the basket. No good. Rebounded and tipped in by Ulis Baez, who plays in Spain now. Has done so for the past 4 or 5 years. And he's establishing himself as a great rotation player in the ACB, and that's saying quite something. English to the basket. It's good. A three-pointer by veteran Carl English.
Yeah, he just came up a pick there from the weak side, and Dominican Republic really slow to react on the defensive end, particularly Garcia that time. And Carl Power had something to say as he went down the court.
The banging. The double team is shown. Nice cut to the basket by Baez, and he draws the foul.
Really a nice little drop off that time by Horford, hitting the cutter as he goes right to the basket, gets fouled. As soon as Horford starts to back down, you're going to look to see Canada's going to look to double force the ball out of his hands. That's exactly what happened. Horford saw that, dropped it down to Baez as he went to the basket. It's cut by Baez off the ball.
And it's Corey Joseph's first foul as we see Ulis Baez. He is now 29 years old, plays for Valladolid in Spain, and he averaged 72% from the free throw line in 33 games in the ACB last season. English off the curl, blocked on the double team. Dornekamp for three, short. Anthony loses the ball, and it will be the Dominican Republic's ball. Canada with a 3-point lead early in the first quarter. Horford's touching the ball every possession. Martinez fakes. Down low, high-low pass, but it's a little complicated. Garcia hands the ball over to Dornekamp, over to Joseph in traffic.
Got the numbers.
And Sosa commits a foul. Unnecessary. A little greedy.
Not a bad foul. It really stops the play, and they had numbers. It's Garcia who fell down at the other end of the court, was trailing the play, so it stops the action.
Joseph launches a three.
Another good shot.
Does not draw iron.
Too quick and too deep. It's not his shot.
He's young though. He's very young, 20 years old.
He just turned 20, yeah. University of Texas, first round draft choice. San Antonio Spurs.
And his boss will be here, I'm told. Ooh, Horford falls down, keeps his balance, and Jack Michael Martinez gets hacked. No basket. LeVon Kendall. Jack Michael Martinez, quite a talent, but never able to establish a career in any one team for long. Bit of a gypsy as a basketball pro. Tries to deny his right hand, makes a baby hook, no good. There's Baez, no good. Anthony with the rebound. Boy, they're missing shots that they should make right at the rim.
Doing a nice job defensively. Dominican Republic have to go
mismatch between Anthony and Garcia, but they cannot give him the ball. Garcia overplays. English makes the three. That's his second tonight. And Canada goes up now 10-4. Garcia trying to pick English with Horford. No good. Ball stolen by Joseph, and he's fouled by Lewis Baez to avoid the fast break as Calipari calls for the timeout. And of course, Calipari's learning FIBA rules. He has to stay within the box.
Well, I think he wanted a timeout.
Yeah.
And he get it.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to be there physically.
So now we'll be cool and the casual shit, and I'll stand straight up and I'll blame the officials. You hear what I'm saying? It got rough. So play. Bend over. You cannot play a rough game standing straight up and down and running that way. You got to get down and set up your man to get open. You can't lean on him and push. Get down. You got to play the same way in the post. Now, they're going to make you go back this way. If you got it tight, kick it out and repost.
Come on, let's get desperate. Come on now.
All right, hey, is it 4 down the post or 4 up? All right, 4 up. Okay, we'll go 4 up.
It's nice to have a 52-year-old coach who's still young and can demonstrate physically what he wants to see from his players.
So he's quite a motivator, and you know, I think basically what he's saying is, look, we got to come to play. Canada is being very, very physical. They're bumping all the cutters. They're physical in the paint, in the front line, and you gotta come to play. And he's saying, "Oh, get down." He can say, "Get down and be a little tougher." And I think he's right. Right now, the Dominican Republic is down 6, and they're not really starting to play yet.
English drives the lane, blocked by and picked up by Sosa. He had a shot, but it goes outside to Joseph for a 3, and he makes it this time. Another 3 by the Canadians. That's their 3rd in 5 attempts. Up by 9 now. Horford against Kendall. He may have taken an extra step. Wasn't called, and the putback is by Jack Michael Martinez.
Really good, nice position that time inside.
There's a foul on Joel Anthony. No? No, it's on Jack Michael Martinez. No, it's on Anthony, I'm sorry. It's an offensive foul.
I didn't see what happened that time. I was away from the ball. The ball was at half court.
I think it was a late whistle.
Anthony's a little confused, but this is going to be a very, very physical game.
You were saying that earlier today.
Yeah.
Just because of the characters involved and what's at stake.
And also the way the front line plays. I mean, Martinez doesn't back down against anything. He's an undersized 6'7" guy, but he's strong, he's physical, so he's Dornican. Horford, he certainly can play experience in the NBA, can play tough.
He will.
So is Kendall. see Villanueva, who's now checking in also. Now he's another big.
So it's a flagrant foul. It's a flagrant foul. 2 shots, possession. Apparently he got hit in the jaw by Anthony. Whether he meant it or not, I guess it was interpreted as done on purpose. Jack Michael Martinez will turn 30. He went to high school in Artesia, California.
2-3 zone now by Anthony.
Horford, bothered by English. Over to Garcia to the corner. Sosa with 3. It's good. Edgar Sosa from New York. Went to Louisville. And now is playing in the European leagues. Joseph leaves him behind though. Over to the corner. Dornicamp, he's dangerous. It's good. Another 3. That is number 4 for Team Canada. Jack Michael at the free throw line. Takes a shot. Early shot. A little greedy.
Canada slowing the pace down here a little bit.
6-point lead. Anthony against Martinez. Another left-handed hook shot. No good. Horford with the rebound. Over to Sosa. Horford's on the right. He gets the ball on the elbow. That's a shot. It's good.
That's money.
Already has 2 rebounds, and now he has 2 points. First points in the game for Al Horford. English down the baseline. To the corner. Dornicamp to Kendall. Foot on the line. That's a 2. No good. Villanueva in the game. Takes a rebound. Over to Sosa. Drives through traffic. Back to Charlie Villanueva for a 3. My goodness.
That's not a bad shot. He can make that shot. He was the trainer on the play. So he was in the rhythm. That you can live. This is it.
English. No good. Kendall taps it out to Dornicamp. Over to English. He lines up another 3, and it's blocked by Garcia. Excellent play by Francisco Garcia. El Flaco, they call him in the Dominican. Sosa with a turn. Didn't have the angle. Again, the putback.
That happens, and generally your man, was Martinez in that particular moment, was wide open on the weak side, got the rebound, and put it right back.
How do you get a double-double? Jack Michael Martinez already has 5 points and 3 rebounds.
He's got a double-double this whole tournament. He climbs the boards.
Foul on Horford, holding down Levon Kendall's arm. As we have substitutions, Andy Roddens and Jermaine Anderson will come in for Canada. Out comes Corey Joseph and Carl English, and Luis Flores makes an appearance for the Dominican Republic, and Garcia will go to the bench. Flores normally, again, they actually have used Flores as the starting point guard. That's not quite his role.
He and Sosa on the floor now at the same time.
Anderson over to Kendall. Roddens for 3. No good. Jack Michael touches that ball, and it belongs to Canada again with 24 seconds and 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Dominican Republic coming in close now, down 2. Another substitution. Ronald Ramon will be coming in. He's the backup point guard. Played at Pittsburgh. Ended up playing for, in the Brazilian League, the NBB this past season.
5 seconds here.
Oh, that was not what Joel Anthony intended. He threw it at Jack Michael Martinez's knees, but it went right back at him before he even touched the ground.
First of all, you got to move. You got to get open if you're on the floor. You have no place to go with that ball.
Almost had a 5-second violation. Roddens. Trying to take Luis Flores' right hand. Yeah, and Dornicamp.
Battle for that position. Valuable position on the low block. I found him right.
Well, he wanted to get his money's worth. And we're going to see a lot of that. Jack Michael.
He's going to post it.
Bangs, bangs, bangs. Grinds. Right hand shot. No good. Rebounded by Kendall. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Calipari's off his seat.
He'd be that way the whole game.
Dornicamp drives left. Cross court, pass to Anderson. Nice fake in the crease. Too long. Rebounded by Villanueva. Over to Ramon. Villanueva behind the three-point line. Drives right and just drives right through Aaron Dornicamp, and he came real close to drawing a technical foul from referee Vasquez. I'm sorry, referee Carrion.
No, Charlie didn't like it, but I think it was a good call.
Kendall, top of the key. Rotten throws it up a three, and it's good. Another three by Canada. 60% behind the three-point line for Canada. 47% overall. Nice long shot. Well guarded by Rollins. No good for Flores. Rollins with the rebound. Over to Anderson. Asking for a high pick and roll. Here comes Anthony. Cross court to Dornicamp to a corner to Anderson. 5 to shoot. Drives left. Over to Rollins for the three again. No good. Offline. Here's Villanueva with the rebound. Horford hasn't touched. Remember how Horford touched the ball at the beginning of the game? Nothing since. Two-man game with Ramon. Now he isolates. Drives left. No space, no room, no foul. Martinez on the floor. Over to Flores. No good. Rebounded by Horford. 6 seconds left. He recognizes the time left. He goes to the basket, and he gets the foul and the basket.
Good, strong move that time by Horford, going to his right. You see if they can look at it there.
Opening up room with his right elbow. Take a look. Right there.
Some space. Dominican Republic doing a nice job on the offensive boards that time.
This is going to be a tough day for refereeing.
It's going to be a lot of fouls. No question about that. But that's their seventh. They had seven offensive rebounds. They are.
Oh, Ruggs lost the ball. Luis Flores takes a desperation heave. It's no good, and that's the end of the first quarter. Canada red hot from three-point land. I'm sorry, making 5 of 10, not 60%, but 50%. Their two-point shots, they've only made 2 out of 6. I don't know if they can keep it up. Right now, they're beating the Dominican Republic 19-16 at the end of the first quarter.
Stats here. Dominican Republic only shooting 31%. Both teams are having 50% of the threes. They make 5. That really is the difference right now. Dominican Republic control the boards. More turnovers off the quick start for Canada.
So the Dominican is dominating the rebounding battle, and Canada's just making 3. Which one would you rather have? I'd rather have the rebounds. You can't trust that the three-point shooting is going to be at that pace.
Well, that's the real question. Nice job on the offensive boards, but the other game, Canada is shooting the ball very well, so the next point's going to win.
That's the way Naismith planned it out. He's Canadian, by the way. Yes, indeed. He was, I should say. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. You were taught by one of the best, by John Wooden of UCLA, so he must have mentioned Naismith at some point. He may have known him personally.
You know, he did not know.
No, he grew up in Indiana. I know John Wooden grew up in Indiana.
Everyone's asking.
Teams are getting ready to get back on the field. For the Dominican Republic, this represents a continual buildup. In the past, they've put a lot of money behind the team, but they never this tournament, they started trying to persuade John Calipari to sign on as a coach. He said no, he said no, he said no. Something made him say yes. Some people say it's money. Calipari says it's a challenge to put the Dominican Republic into the Olympics for the first time. And by the way, if he does that, he will be the Olympic coach. He will be going to his first Olympics too. There's a little bit of self-interest there.
That's right, but he's got some real talent in this team. Francisco Garcia, who's back on the court, number 9, is really struggling in this tournament, particularly shooting the ball. He played 8 minutes to that score again. And talking to Calipari yesterday, Garcia really has to
and they're trying to free him up.
Yeah.
They're trying to get him involved. Over to Villanueva. Drives the basket. Offensive foul.
great weak side help by Kilmer.
And
Over the weak side help, and that's a second charge for Charlie. Kilmer's going to have to come out. Coach Calipari is going to be ready. Watch you see Kilmer. He's there, right there. There's no place for Charlie to go. He's out of control. And Coach Calipari is really upset. So Charlie, and also he's giving the Bishop a little something to think about.
little bitter jaw breaking. Runs, had a notion for a high pick and roll. He just drives the lane and can't finish. He was right there.
No help on defense from Dominican Republic, and he went all the way, missed it to the left hand. They can have that one back.
Horford.
They're going to go into Horford.
Kendall loses his balance. Bangs with Horford. Tries to deny him his right hand. Double team at the bottom with Jesse Young, and there's a foul by Young. So far, you've had a lot of success doing it. With Charlie, William Horford, avoiding that foul. But the weak side, that big, is coming over and closing that lane as he puts the ball on the floor. Horford studied communications at the University of Florida. He won national college championships with the NCAA in the U.S.
University of Florida.
And guess what he wants to be? A basketball announcer when he's done playing.
Really?
Yes.
He's an exceptional guy. He really is.
And a good guy, too.
Great year in the NBA, and I think made 13 NBA this last year.
His mother has a sports radio show in the Dominican Republic. As that shot by Jermaine Anderson is blocked by Horford, came all the way out to the perimeter. Here comes Flores. Crossover. Attacks to the right hand. No room for him. Over to the corner. Horford to Garcia for the three. Let's see. Offline. Way offline. Ball's loose, and Kendall comes up with it.
You got to get ready to shoot that three before the ball goes to you.
Denham Brown is on the court for Canada. Number 9. Here comes Jermaine Anderson. Drives the lane. Outside of Young. He's not a shooter. Here comes Brown with a shot. No good. Horford with the rebound. And he brings the ball up court. Look at this. 2 meters 8. Nice pass to Bias. Everybody focused on Horford, and they lost track of everybody else. And the Dominican Republic takes the lead, 20-19. Rotten going left to the corner. And there's an offensive foul by Andy Rotten.
Out of control, defensively, number 13, Bias stepping in right in front. Robbins has got a two-foot stop and dish the ball. And when you're on over driving, just ran right over the defensive player. And right now, you look at King Canada and looking at on the court. Now, Dorticant just come back in, so he's an outside shooter. But that would outside shooter.
There are only 5 now, Dominicans on the court. For a moment, there are only 4. Sosa back in the game. So they take Horford out. Jack Michael Martinez back in. He's guarded by Jesse Young. Garcia going left, inside to Bias. Multiple fakes, no good. Young cleans up the rebound. Anderson at the point for Canada. Garcia's guarding Rotten. His length has to be bothering Andy. He needs some screens to get free. He feeds the ball, bad pass. Slapped around. Let's see who finds it. Touch it last. Apparently it was the Dominican. It's Team Canada's ball. Substitutions. Joel Anthony comes in for Jesse Young. And Del Harris, the 81-year-old assistant to John Calipari, on the court. And they just did not get the shot in time. The 24-second violation for Canada, as they have to bring the ball up court all the way down with just a handful of seconds left. Carl English is in. Andy Rottens is out. And he's not happy about it, even with his own father.
I don't know what you said.
Thanks, Dad.
Give me some more playing time here.
I'm your son, remember? Bias. Martinez. Oh, look at him. He's just taking it right to the basket. No good, though. He slaps the ball again, and it belongs to the Dominican. Dornicamp can't believe it. He is so... Ooh, I don't know. It may have gone off Jack Michael.
I think it went off Jack Michael. Then Dornicamp. But the official was right there. He had a much closer look than we did. That was a two-time or the double.
And the foul by Carl English. Very physical, and the fouls are beginning to pile. Levon Kendall with 2. Everybody else, Anthony, Young, Dornicamp, Rottens, and Joseph with 1. As Jack Michael Martinez will take the rest, and Horford comes back out. Jack Michael now with 5 points and 7 rebounds.
He really stacks the stat sheet.
In 14 minutes of play.
Tremendous.
Denham Brown just slaps Garcia. Well, it's the 4th team foul by Canada. The 1st by Brown and the 4th by Canada.
Canada is just banging, banging.
Sosa. Double team. Goes, drives the lane to Flores. Flores back to Sosa for the 3. No good. Horford with a huge rebound. Over to Flores. He has a shot. Takes it. Misses though. Rebounded by Anthony. Boy, an open shot.
Offensive rebounds for Dominican Republic. 9 now offensive rebounds.
Here comes the pick. No roll. The drive. Extended pass. No good by Dornicamp. Rebounded by Horford. He's collecting them. He's on his way. That's his... Yeah, that's his 6th, if I'm not mistaken. Horford comes up, sets the pick. Sosa looks for him. Over to Horford, finally from the free throw line. That's his shot.
That's a shot. Canada continues to have trouble with the high pick and roll in the center of the court. The Cowboys against last night.
English loses the ball. Francisco Garcia with a steal. Sosa, 2-on-1. Didn't pass to anyone. Flores with another offensive rebound. And Canada was just simply not getting back on defense after turnover. It's one thing to have them score off your turnover, but when that person misses, for you to allow the other team to get the offensive rebound, that can't happen.
Well, you're absolutely right. It's a 2-on-1 situation. But again, it was a turnover. And once you have a turnover, defensively, you're out of position.
Last part. Use your bottom keeping them out of the ball.
Get back to the way we're playing defensively. Everybody get on the glass. Everybody stay with the rules. Offensively, okay, we're not looking inside.
As we see, but not here.
We got some great looks as we went inside. All right, now we get up. Go back to that. Inside out. Inside out, okay? Slow things down now offensively. Be strong with the basketball, set our screens.
Canada was up in this game.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. We're fine. We're fine. Everybody just keep your heads right now. We're fine. All right?
When the ball went low post, we did 19 points. Before that, no point, no points.
They were up.
Come on. You understand
19 to 17.
No more
And
figure out.
the
Stay right
Dominicans
there.
had a 7-0 run.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
So, but pretty good defense there. Gets it out there. Flores on the offensive board. Goes right back up. Right now, box score, you see that there's 10 offensive rebounds for the That's huge.
And 10 to nothing in the second chance point. So every rebound turns out to be a point, to be worth a point for the Dominican Republic. We're back to action here. Gail Goodrich and Alvaro Martin. Remember, you can send us your comments and thoughts through Twitter. Alvaro, A-L-V as in Victor, A-R-O-N-B-A, Martin is the account. Here comes Carl English. Horford traps him, slaps the ball away, back to Canada's hand, but with only 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Good offensive sequence for Canada at this moment. Not a lot of places to go, too much dribbling, no passing, no cutting. 6 seconds on the clock.
Brown, guarded by Sosa. Triple teams, blocked by Garcia. Here comes Horford driving in. Look at him dribble. Look at Big Al dribble. Smart. Less than 5 minutes to go halfway through the second quarter. Fake, drive, blocked by Joel Anthony. Nice play by Joel.
Terrific defensive block that time. Good recover. But you notice, I'm really impressed with Horford. The acceleration, the quickness to get to that point. They got the shot blocked, but boy, he get to the rim quickly.
Oh, Bias was shoved by Dornican. He thought he'd gotten away with it. Right in front of the referee. And for Aaron, that's his second.
Look at the explosion right there. He's got a beat. Anthony recovers, goes up to great timing. He's got the long arms. He reaches over Horford.
It helps that he's left-handed, and most shooters are right-handed, so he mirrors the shot. And he can give himself a little bit more, like a fraction of a second more to get to it.
You're absolutely right. Bill Russell.
And I've seen that before, haven't you?
Sure have. Lost his others.
Bias is a fine player who had not played for this team in a while. Now back with the national team as Kelly Alanick, a youngster from Gonzaga University, shows up to the score table for Team Canada. Javon Shepard on the court right now as well. No ball circulating. None. 7 seconds to shoot. English guarded by Horford. Shepard's going to have to take a tough shot. Hits rim at least, and Horford with another rebound.
Super defense by
Flores just loses his balance in traffic.
Off balance.
No room.
No room to go. Just held it out. So he's got a good defense there.
And he pulled the chair. He did a nice pull the chair trick.
There's nowhere to go, out of control. Pull it back. Set it up.
I have to say, when you see Charlie Villanueva and Luis Flores come off the bench for the Dominican, you realize how much better this team is. These are fine players, but they're not even starting. Olenek deflected by Sosa, and Calipari loves it. 13 seconds to go in the possession. We've seen this before. Last night, as a matter of fact, against Team Canada.
Brazil put a lot of defensive pressure, and that's exactly what the Dominican Republic is doing. Canada doesn't handle the pressure all that well.
Here comes Joseph, and he's held by Sosa. That's a foul before the shot. No good.
With all of the physical play going out there, Joseph a little discouraged, a little frustrated. They'll take a look now. He's right there. He's in a pretty good position. He reaches a little bit, but again, that sort of a ticky-tack foul.
In the context of what we've seen today.
Exactly.
14 seconds on the possession. Shepard. Guarded by Bias. Out to Olenek. A little uncertain with the ball. Here comes Shepard. Tough shot. Olenek with an offensive rebound. And it's good. It is good.
Continuation play. Great follow through.
And the foul by Let's see, by Jack Michael Martinez. Excellent play by the youngster. Take a look.
Here's the shot, tough shot, leaning. Here comes Kelly. Kelly goes right back up with it. Foul on number 3.
No, it's on Jack Michael.
On Jack Michael?
Yeah, his first.
Good looking shot.
The future is here at that position. They've got some great talent coming up. Mauricio Girardini and the Canadian Basketball Federation doing an excellent job to scout talent, find it, develop it, and then give them exposure in these competitions. Back to Jack Michael. Over to Garcia. Free throw line. And he's fouled by English. He was already off balance. And he's not making a shot.
He's not making a shot. He's not getting a shot. And it's one thing to shoot the court, get a lot of shots. Here he comes up, a little touch underneath, balance. And that is his first free throw attempt.
In the entire tournament.
So, when you have trouble shooting, you can foul out. And that's what you want to do.
Oh, the Dominican.
Jack Michael Martinez.
Jump the gun.
When you're not shooting, you got to get to the basket, get fouled, get to the foul line, get comfortable with your shot, and then maybe some of those outside shots start to fall.
Joseph over to Olney. 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Everything is outside.
Shepard fadeaway jump shot. It's good against Garcia.
Everything is outside.
Ramon back on the court to Garcia. It's good. A three-pointer by Francisco Garcia. He now realizes there's no lid on that bucket.
He knew he was going to shoot when he came right off the screen. And he was prepared. You can see that he got his timing and tempo.
Look at Olney. He cannot finish, though. Okay, all the way to the rim. Left-handed. Garcia again, but there's an offensive foul by Ramon. And Carl English has sacrificed himself.
There was an offensive foul. Good call. Garcia also made the baskets, but he now is looking to shoot the ball. He comes right off. He's going right straight up. And Ramon just goes right into the defender. So right now, Garcia is feeling good about his shot.
Dominican nursing a 6-point lead. English.
Good switch out.
Yeah, and they just don't, no liberties, no room to drive. Here comes English, he has to stop, steps back. It's good. It's a two-pointer, though, against Al Horford.
Step back, space. Now, Canada's picked up their defense.
It's a 4-point game.
Two-point pressure.
32% shooting for the Dominican, 37% shooting for Team Canada. Garcia. He's feeling it. He wants the ball. And he traveled. I guess he moved his pivot foot. It happens in the NBA, but in FIBA, they'll get that.
Canada's defense right now is picked up, putting a little bit more pressure on the ball. It's paid off. The offensive
First pass, 10 seconds into the possession for Canada. Shepard drives against Jack Michael. Dribble, step back. Miss, rebounded by Ramon. Over to Baez. Fake. Passes over to Horford. And Strong. Double team, though. Ramon. Off-bound shot, no good. English with the rebound. Fakes, hesitation, and he's fouled by Garcia. The basket will not count. No basket.
Garcia did the right thing, forcing English to go using his left hand. Just a little bit of contact. He got caught. See, he's going to force him to go left, and that's good. Then he reaches in and sort of bails him out. Now he goes to the line.
I mentioned how he's one smart Canadian. I mean, Carl English. He ended up attending college in the United States. And for a Canadian, this is pretty good. in Hawaii. It's a long way out. Last played for, he'll be playing for Sevilla in the ACB next year. He makes both.
It's 12 points for English here in this first half. Canada only down 2.
Last year he played for the DKV Juventud in Badalona, where he made 75% of his free throw. Garcia with a long three. No good. Charlie Villanueva with rebound. He's back on the court. Flores at the point.
Good step out that time by Kelly.
A kilometric three. I mean, just a my turn three-pointer by Charlie Villanueva. Woo. 20 seconds. There's a 3-second differential between shot clock and game clock here. Anthony down below. Shepard, it's good. 30 all. Flores drives, stripped, recovers. 3 seconds. They have to shoot. Baez does. In and out. And so we have a tie game. A little sloppy. The Dominican Republic just lost a 6-point lead with a 6-0 run by Team Canada with really a couple of turnovers and some bad shot selection.
Canada got back to this ball game. I think they have their defense, putting a lot more pressure on the dribblers. We're going to take a look at some stats here. Canada only shooting 35, Dominican Republic 32. You look at the rebounds, it's 27 for the Dominican Republic. That moves 12 offensive rebounds, 4 fouls, and 1 Dominican Republic continues to do a terrific job on the boards. English with 12, Baez with 8, assists, Corey. Game's pretty even, 30 all. I like the Canada game to get back to the ball game. You're going to have to put a little more pressure, a lot of pressure actually, on the dribbler, force Dominican Republic into making some real tough shots.
Carl English with 12 points. Javon Shepard with 4. So it's been the Carl English show here in the first half. 12 out of the 30 points. I have to say, though, as we look at highlights of the first half, that Joel Anthony started out with a nice baby hook. He had 2 of those in the first half. And Al Horford touched the ball early, often, and he disappeared. But he really got the show going early and just banging and setting the physical tone for this game.
He's an exception. Shot that time, and they continued to do it. That really has kept them in the game.
And nice.
Beautiful defensive play.
Yeah. And you see a lot of this. The step-back jump shot became the weapon of choice for Canada in the second quarter.
Well, they got 570 shots, and they created a lot of space. There is a English in particular. Comes down. It's another one.
It's amazing. A team that made 5 out of 10 three-pointers in the first quarter attempted only 2 in the second quarter and didn't make any of them. So the weapon of choice changed completely. And I saw a little bit more isolation in the second quarter by Team Canada and trying to break down players one-on-one with the dribble.
Well, you're absolutely right. What the Dominican Republic did in the first few moments of the game is they really started to close out on the three-point shooter and force Canada to put the ball on the floor. And Canada doesn't have the real quickness that the Dominican Republic has, and so they then were able to come up and put a lot of pressure on the dribbler and on the driver. And as a result, Canada, for the last couple of minutes, we're really got some tough shots to try to put in the basket.
I have to just ask you the question. We've only seen the first half of play, but coming off the bench, Charlie Villanueva only 6 minutes, missed both shots. Both were long threes, 4 rebounds, and 2 personal fouls with 2 assists and 2 turnovers. He's out of control.
He is just, I don't think he's playing very well. Now, I don't know if that's that injury. I don't know if that's bothering him or what, but he is not impressive in this game. Nor in the other
We know that John Calipari, in the last few years in Kentucky, has used the dribble drive offense as their main offensive scheme for his college teams. This offensive scheme he's using here, obviously influenced by Del Harris, is much more complex.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that what he's trying to do here, he's got Al Horford, of course, he's a terrific player. So he's trying to get him some points posted up underneath, along with Martinez.
Jack Michael.
Yeah, Jack Michael, who's also a post-up type player. So there's two post-up type players that can score for you. And so I think he's trying to use them. And then he's got the other front who really shoots the ball from the outside is Francisco
Garcia.
Garcia, although he's not shooting the ball well, so that's a problem. He otherwise doesn't have any real, offensive threat from the three-point range. And when he was in Kentucky, I think he had some players who could play free. So, he's changed a little bit, I think, with the motion that's had when he's given the players that he wants to, he has now wants to exploit the offense. As he told me in practice, Francisco Garcia has got to play well. To really be challenged to play well at this point. And did a couple of shots, 3-1, and he got one taken away, which was the offensive foul. So maybe he's starting now to get his rhythm. The ones he's missed, he has preparing to shoot the ball, in my opinion, before the ball he has received the ball. He has to come off the pitch. The thought is, I'm going to gather myself, getting my feet set, getting my rhythm and tempo ready, and shoot with a lot of confidence. A couple times he's caught the ball, and then he said to himself, his brain just said, okay, now I'm going to shoot. You can't do that and shoot the ball with a lot of confidence. So maybe he hit a couple here now, maybe he's feeling a little bit better about his rhythm and tempo.
As we look at the points in the paint, usually when the Dominican Republic dominates, they scored 46 in yesterday's game against Venezuela. They only have 14.
Well, that's what their strength is. There's no question. Horford, Martinez, and then of course the ability to play his game. That's where they're going. That's what it is. Interesting enough, Orlando Sanchez, who has started the first two games, and has been a starter through all the friendlies. He has not gotten off the bench. He didn't play the first 12 games, which I thought was somewhat surprising.
Yeah, a little bit of a coach's decision, I guess. The Villanueva game, maybe he played because Villanueva was more hurt before.
Yeah, that could be.
Because we saw Paulo Quinteros of Argentina not play yesterday because Delfino came back. Gail, let's take a look, though, at earlier games from today. A tremendous matchup in a way, not necessarily the best teams in this tournament, but you knew it was going to be a good matchup because they were desperate. We're talking about Paraguay and Panama both seeking their first win. Paraguay had a very difficult time, had been run over by Argentina to open up the tournament, and then absolutely plastered by Puerto Rico. But really, all they knew is if we walk out of here with a win, it will be historic for Paraguay. They've never won a game at this level. And it gives us a chance to qualify for the second round. And that in itself would be also a little bit of history. So they thought their best chance would be against Panama. Well, you knew that Panama was going to try to impose their will that way.
Well, that's correct. No question. All right, your radar got 29 terrific ball game. Very important.
25 on 22 shots. So that's a little bit over a point a shot, and that's not that great. Panama's win already qualifies Argentina, host Argentina and Puerto Rico automatically to the second round. But one more point about that game, Gail. There was a controversial play at the end, at least controversial in the eyes of some of the fans here. The game was 88-86 when Rubén Garcés fouls Cristian Araujo of Paraguay. There's no question that there was a foul. Most people felt it should have been a unsportsmanlike foul. In other words, a flagrant foul. Right. But it wasn't called that way. Had it been so, you had 2 shots and possession of the ball after the 2 free throws. Instead, you only had 2 free throws. And, you know, Paraguay still could have tied that game. Araujo proceeded to miss both shots. And then on the ensuing possession, the rebound fell into the hands of Panama. And Gary Forbes had a final free throw to make it 89-86. It was referee Mercedes of the Dominican Republic who said, no, that's not a flagrant, that's not an unsportsmanlike foul, that's a strict foul. And of course, those are the kind of difficult decisions that referees have to make in games like these.
That's why they're officials. They're control the game, and you made it all. On the other hand, Bravo would have been free throws high ball. I think, given that Paraguay had been rolling out the first 2 ball games, this was a nice game for them. They gave up a little short end, but at least it's something to build on going forward.
In the second game, Venezuela was down by 2 at one point in the game, but that's a deficit they were able to manage because they ended up outplaying solidly and winning by 37 points against a young Cuban team.
Venezuela has played well in this tournament. It's a tough game. They lost against Brazil. 3 minutes ago, they were up. Closes out games we saw last time very, very well. And then they had they played 17 and up 11 for 3 quarters.
Yes.
So they really had games which they definitely had an opportunity. I'm sure in their own mind says, well, we should have won this ball. Now they come out against Cuba with that ball. So they played well. They played, I think, better than most of the basketball experts would have projected. And one player that was really having a great tournament is Vasquez.
Gravis Vasquez of Venezuela, the point guard who is 6'5", was $1.96 m.
Right. He is playing exceptionally well. He carries
The load.
He's the best player. That's what he plays. The season for Memphis in the NBA. This year, he's a 6 man. He got 21 points again.
And he was echoed by the other guard, the off guard, named David Cubillan, who ended up with 18 points and 4 assists. It's Venezuela's version of Carlos Arroyo and J.J. Barea of Puerto Rico. The slashing, athletic, penetrating, offensive-minded combo guards. You're familiar with that yourself in your career. You and Jerry West, among others.
Yeah,
And Pete Maravich.
it reminds me of some good memories.
Yes, indeed.
But Vasquez is really, I think, playing exceptionally well. A lot of talent. Really set the goals and leader for has turned the ball over. That's going to happen when those two defense is going to be set.
for Cuba, an impressive showing by a youngster you had your eye on, the point guard, Alexis Mestre. 6 of 10 from three-point land. We do, as a matter of fact. We'll be looking forward to that. So it's a young team. It's very undersized. It is the youngest team. Cuba is trying to renew itself. Cuba had a tremendous basketball tradition in the 70s and 80s, but a number of factors made them lose ground in the Americas, and they're trying to regain it. As we finish this halftime show, we're getting ready now for the third quarter. Very different lineup. Shepard. Well, the Canadians want to play, but the Dominicans are not even out of the huddle yet. Calipari's taking his sweet time. Gail Goodrich and Alvaro Martin ready for the second half of Game 3 of Day 3 of the 2011 FIBA Americas Championship right here at Polideportivo Stadium in Mar del Plata, Argentina. We have a tie game, 30-all. The Dominican Republic wasted a 7-point lead. Canadians had a 9-point lead at one point, and they also lost it. And it's a physical battle between these two teams. English drives the lane. Not a lot of room. Shepard with a three. A little long. Rebounded by Horford. Bias. Eulis. Bias. Guarded by English. Drives left. Turns right. Tough shot. It's good.
Spin move, getting it up real strong, gathered deep underneath him.
Switches with Olenek. Olenek has Bias, and Bias is a veteran. He falls on the ground, and the ball belongs to Canada with 11 on the shot clock. You've heard me say that over and over again tonight. There's always a deflection, ball out of bounds. And the ball will go back to Canada, but with fewer seconds on the shot clock. Joel Anthony will inbound up top to Olenek, to the side. English drives left. He had room, but he lost his balance on the way to the basket. Here comes Sosa on the fast break. To the corner. Garcia for the three. Very long. Anthony touches the ball, tips it over to Shepard. Nice strip by Bias. Dominican takes the ball over to Sosa. They've got Garcia. Nice backdoor play. Over to Horford for the dunk. The extra pass. Garcia could have easily taken that shot. He did a bounce pass to the other side of Horford for the dunk. Dominicans up by 4. Shepard, right-handed, all the way to the basket. And his teammates, I mean Martinez, thought that he had him. Here comes Horford. No good. 3-point shot. Shepard drives. Nice pick by Olenek. He's got a shot. He drives in against Horford, but he let Horford get up from the floor, and the ball goes out of bounds. Stripped by Bias. It'll be Canada's ball.
Great pass with the street beat. Garcia, who then passes over to Horford, who I think walked. He took 2 steps without it.
He's done that. He's done that in this game. And it hasn't been called twice. Corey Joseph, drafted 28th by the San Antonio Spurs in the first round of last year's NBA draft. Corey Joseph runs into his own man, Olenek. 8 seconds to shoot. Garcia. Yep, and Garcia's on him. Over to Olenek to a shot. Takes a fake, shoots, no good. Rebounded by Anthony against Martinez and Bias. Inside Olenek, and it's good. Nice. Good peripheral vision by Corey Joseph.
Good look. Horford was continuing on, did not recover. Olenek was all along.
And Canada ties the game at 34. Horford guarded by Olenek. I think he feels he can have that matchup. Here comes Sosa with a three. Short. Rebounded by Shepard. Joseph over to Shepard. fakes, drives right-handed, short. Martinez with a big rebound. Sosa in traffic. Over to Horford. Tough pass inside, but Bias knows what to do with it. Nice little fake.
All time, 34 all.
No, 36-34. The Dominicans up by 2. Joseph. Uses the pick by Olenek. Gets inside. It's good by Corey Joseph. Not a three-point shooter yet, but that was a smart move.
Nice screen and roll. No step out.
And we have another tie. Sosa going left. Not too confident on that left-handed dribble. Turns right again. Almost blocked. Nice defense by Joseph. Sosa was programmed to shoot. English. They're trying to free up Corey again. They're playing with the youngsters, Joseph and Olnick. Here comes English. 2 seconds to shoot. And that's it. Leo Runs thinks he was hit in the arm.
I think he was. I think he went right up and grabbed his arm and wrist.
And now a warning against Renato Pasquale.
Yeah.
A warning against assistant coach Renato Pasquale from referee Jose Carrion of Puerto Rico. Ball goes out of bounds. It still belongs to Dominican. Ronald Ramon back in. His father also played basketball professionally. Calipari with a few more words of advice to young Edgar Sosa on the way to the bench.
One thing that Calipari doesn't like about an individual movement.
Jack Michael cannot make the short-range shot. Here comes Joseph. Tie game. More fluid, less physical now. Here comes Olnick. No room back there against Horford. He insists. Blocked by Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. It belongs. Wait a minute. The referees changed their minds. Originally said that it would belong to the Dominican. Now it's back in Team Canada's hands, but with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
Good block there by Horford. Now he decides to
and a foul by Horford, no doubt. The classic Dominican cheer of abuser, referring to the referees. Only one-sided, of course. There goes Shepard, a three-pointer by Javon Shepard. And Team Canada now is back in the lead. Actually, it's a two-pointer now. A long two-pointer, so it's 38-36, Canada beating the Dominican Republic. Garcia. Yeah, and English. And here comes Anthony, and he fouls Horford, who falls to the ground.
Kelly came out just a little bit too late. What happened was that Kelly switched out on the pass, and they had the mismatch. And I think the Canadian coaches yelling at Kelly to not switch out and let the defender fight through that pick.
And assistant coach Scott Roth is also jawing at Carl English, the veteran.
Yeah, he wants him to fight through that pick. Doesn't want to have to switch with Olenek stepping out on the smaller man, and then English gets stuck with Al Horford posted up.
Horford makes the second shot. The game is tied. A fine free throw shooter. We have Andy Rollins come back in the game for Team Canada for Carl English. Corey Joseph will bring the ball up court, guarded by Ronald Ramon. Rollins with a notion for an early three. Oh, here comes Alnick's three. Short. Rebounded by Bias. Up court, over to Garcia on the left. Ramon with a three. No good. Rebound belongs to Canada. It was tipped out of bounds by Martinez.
Dominican Republic, they don't miss that shot. I like what they were doing. They were down in transition. They got the trailer.
Flop by Rodgers. The referees weren't buying. Here comes Joseph, driving left, over to Olnick for another three. It's good.
He can hit that shot.
He is 20 years old.
6'11", can go outside. Yeah, this is a great experience playing against the guy like Al Crawford, who now is the guard in the defensive area. Doing a nice job. Backs him in.
Fade away.
Yeah,
no good. And there's Jeff Michael Martinez with his patented play.
He knows Horford's on the post there. He knows Horford's probably going to shoot if he goes in this position. A tough shot. There he is on the inside, and he just clears everybody out.
One-handed.
When he grabs hold of that ball, he's got great, strong hands. And that is rebound number 11.
And the points will come. He's got 7.
He's on his way.
Yep. As long as he's breathing. He'll turn 30. Last year he played for Cocodrilos de Caracas in the Venezuelan League. 74% free throw shooter. And then ended up with the Cocolos of San Pedro de Macorís. And the Dominican League has gone through some changes in the last few years. And they're investing. A lot of folks are investing in the Dominican Basketball League. You're beginning to see higher quality imports and better teams playing that league. Slowly but surely. Here comes Rodgers with a three. It's good. He is 2 for 4 from behind the arc. The team is 7 of 17. That's 41% as a team for Team Canada from three-point. Here comes Jack Michael against LeVon Kendall. Nice slap by Kendall. Hit him right before he could settle in. Here comes Shepard. And he's fouled by Ronald Maloney, who'll go to the line.
Pushing the ball there by Canada on the break.
Aaron Dornicamp will come in for Olnick.
Nice job. Whenever you see it, take a look. The run through.
And Flores comes in for Francisco Garcia as we have Charlie Villanueva back on the court. Javon Shepard's 25 years old from Toronto. Played in the Germany Pro A League. Had a 71% free throw shooting percentage. Then he moved in March to the Deutsche Bank Skyliners Frankfurt in the Bundesliga. And next year he's expected to play for Zorg and Zekerheid Leiden in Holland. Makes the free throw. Canada up by 4. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Good pressure by Roy Joseph on the defensive end. Charlie Villanueva.
Passes the ball to Jack Michael. Oh, Michael showed that elbow to Kendall. Up close and personal. Double teaming. And he puts the ball on the floor, and that's a mistake. Corey Joseph. Canada has numbers. 3-on-1. To the right. Rodgers with a 3. No good. Rebounded by Byers. Now the Dominican has numbers. Flores drives, stops. Villanueva with an offensive foul. He's just not thinking.
That wasn't that thinking. I don't think right now that has some quickness. Here we're going to take another look. Great defensive play. Moving the feet by Kimber. He moves his feet, he's right firm, takes the charge. Out of control.
Yep. That is the Dominican's 11th turnover. Kendall. Offline. Rebounded by Shepard. Ooh, he gets by the Villanueva. As Bias was already on the ground for prior contact.
Foul number 4?
Yep.
Or 5?
No, that would be his... It is his fourth. So he's had 8 minutes of play.
14 turnovers.
4 fouls. Missed both shots. He did grab 4 rebounds. Has 2 assists. Not a good night. Shepard to the line. Shepard played for 4 years at the University of Michigan. As you see the towel over his head. Then ended up playing in the Canadian leagues with the Halifax Raymond. Actually, that's the PBL. That's actually a North American league. They've got teams in the States as well. Somebody jumped the line. No, it's good. Somebody from the Dominican. So the point is good, and Canada is up by 5. 2 minutes to go in the third. Horford, guarded by Dornicamp. Ramon, drives left. Stutters, does the slight up and under, and he's fouled on the shot.
Joseph is in pretty good position, and then just bailed him out.
And he makes the first shot. This youngster, Ronald Ramon, I mentioned he played at the University of Pittsburgh, where assistant coach Orlando Antigua did as well in the Big East. And somebody from the Dominican jumped the gun. I think it's Jack Michael Martinez again.
Yeah, I think that's just a mental error. That's twice in this game.
Minute 45 to go. Canada up by 4. Runs is looking for Kendall. Finds Dornicamp. Nice pass. A little high-low version, but no good. Cannot finish. Here comes Flores. Picked up by Joseph. Now, Ramon guarded by Roddens. Over to Horford, guarded by Dornicamp. Takes a shot from the free throw line. Misses. And Shepard takes a rebound.
On the boards.
And Horford, at the moment he let go of that ball, went right after the rebound. He knew it was no good. Kendall against Jack Michael. Double team. Over to Kendall? No. Over to Shepard, to Dornicamp. Hand off to Roddens for a long three. It's good. Smoking from behind the three-point line.
Outside shooting. Those are going to take his in-forward. Going to take the look. Comes right off. Gathers. Good work in space. Finish the ball.
Good shot this ball. Everybody watch.
Maybe being mad at your father pays off.
All right, here's the shot went up and you ran out. The best thing is happening, and I'm telling these guys, get it off the glass so you can rebound. Second thing, they got Routens. All he can do is shoot. And you're off him, and then they hand it, you run into the screen, and you don't go body to body. And then we threw it. We want to go. Lewis did his thing, swung it, ball screen, roll, play. You understand? We want to be more random. They're running this cut, and they're going to keep running it. Look, we don't want to switch that. You can't hit it and stop. That's your cover. You're guarding this guy. You got to go over it and play him. The 5 will be down if he tries to catch it and go baseline, and we'll be in.
There you go.
Yeah, he doesn't want Routens coming over the top and catching the shoot. He wants you to trail it, the defender.
To fight the screen.
And the trail and the force Routens or whoever it is that was good Routens. Go to a baseline with a dribble. Now they got the ball in the dribble. Routens wants to catch and shoot. That's absolutely right. That's what Routens can do. That's what he's in there for, to shoot. So we got to get him on it. Not allow him just to catch and get his shot. And he shoots it quick. No question. He's got a quick release. I was saying before, I didn't realize he had that kind of range.
Well, we saw Carlos Delfino put on a show yesterday for Argentina, making that kind of three-point shot about a meter behind the three-point line. So that one must have been almost an 8-meter, no, more than that, 8.5-meter type three-point shot. Ridiculous. And making it. Canada's up by 7. A minute left in the third. Here comes Horford against Dornicamp. Left hand, dribble, double team, steps back, nice pass to Viper. Here comes Kendall again in 3 seconds by Jack Michael Martinez. Jack Michael was counting on the shot, the miss, the offensive rebound, and the putback.
Horford just really, he's got to make his move a little bit quicker.
He's letting them settle themselves down on defense.
I would like to see him catch that ball and make a quick move. If you got it, then go ahead and shoot. If not, get rid of it.
Shepard feeds Kendall down low. And he finally makes the basket. The Canadians with the biggest lead in the game. It's a 9-point lead with 22 seconds to go in the quarter. Oop, almost a backcourt violation by Sosa. Almost. Sosa on the switch over to Baez. A fine player, drives left, hands over to Jack Michael.
Double team underneath.
No room, and he still makes the basket. Hey, wow. Canada was lucky not to get called for a foul on that play. I don't know how he found the room. Jack Michael Martinez, 10 points, 12 rebounds, finally gets it the double-double.
He did it. Take a look at the stats here. Canada shooting 39%. 38 for the Republic. Let's see here. We got turnovers 8. The Republic has 12.
That's a surprise.
Yeah, that is a surprise.
The Dominican had a total of 8 in the first half, 4 in one quarter. So they're actually running at the same pace. But again, not to bring up a dead horse here, but you see Charlie Villanueva is getting minutes that he's just not, I mean, he's not giving John Calipari any reason to put him back on the court.
Well, he's not. There's no question about that.
If you're not producing, you're just costing us. But I mean, I say that because he was also in foul trouble yesterday. And when they took him to the bench, is when the Dominican Republic overcame that 11-point deficit at the end of the third quarter.
Right now, the Dominican Republic is having real trouble getting good high percentage shots. And part of the reason is because Canada has really picked up their defense. And now Canada's playing with a lot of confidence. They have come back, gotten into this game, and they now lead by 7 going into the fourth quarter. And Canada thinks that they can win this game. They know
they're confident.
They're confident.
They're making threes. They're playing good D, and everything else will happen.
They're pressuring the point guard so that they're forcing the Dominican Republic to really get out of their normal comfort zone and move their offense out a little bit. And they're just having trouble getting good high percentage shots. They're putting pressure on everyone. And underneath, they're making it the bigs. Gendo, Jordan, there's the pass. Now watch this. How he gets this off, I don't know. He bumps him with that. He gets it up there.
Left-handed.
Yeah, holds his ground. And somehow he gets it up and over and clears him out. But Martinez, he can do that. He can create some space.
Here's the start of the fourth quarter. Dominican Republic down by 7. Gail Goodrich, Alvaro Martin. Here at Polideportivo Stadium in Mar del Plata. This is game 3 of day 3 of the 2011 FIBA Americas Championship. Luis Flores in the lane, no good in the hustle. And the foul by Lamont Kendall is on Jack Michael Martinez. Remember, you can reach us. You can reach us via Twitter to the following account. Alvaro A-L-V as in Victor, A-R-O, Alvaro NBA Martin. And you can send your questions and your comments. Horford at the top of the key. Over to Sosa. Edgar Sosa.
Switch out.
Over to Ulis Baez. Oh, offensive foul by Baez. Nice setting. Who is in the middle of that again? Lamont Kendall, the expert.
Kendall really knows how to help from the weak side and get it in. He just goes right over. It's there first.
He's so good.
He understands. He's not a shot blocker. He's 6'10", so but he comes to the weak side. He's a smart player, and he really knows how to get the charge. And he puts his body out there, and he takes
a block. Doesn't guarantee you the ball back.
That's right.
An offensive foul drawn does. It hurts more though. He's great.
He sacrifices his body. No question about that.
Here comes Shepard, who's been a key player here in the improved Canadian defense. An up and under and a foul by Bias.
Wow, he had nowhere to go. That was a
bailout.
No question. He's going to go around.
Yep. He has been part of the key here in terms of the improved defense. He's typically guarding Francisco Garcia, Flores, some of these perimeter guys, and he misses the first foul shot.
Canada has missed a lot of foul shots of late. Still shooting 75%. They've given up some points here. They missed another. There's 2 of them.
Yep, and another rebound for Bias. Up ahead to Flores. To the corner, Bias, the notion for a 3. They try to feed Horford. They finally get him. He looks around inside to Jack Michael Martinez. There was such a mismatch that Jermaine Anderson had no choice but to foul him.
And what happens, what they're looking for is to go into Horford on one side of the post up. And when that happens, Martinez gets position, inside position on the weak side. And at that time, they look to give him the ball. Otherwise, Horford's going to take the shot. And Martinez is just climbing the offensive boards.
Denham Brown comes in for Javon Shepard, who's been on the court for a long while now. He needs a rest. Andy Rottens is on the court, and here's John Calipari, who brought this Dominican team to Kentucky to practice at Rupp Arena. Here comes Sosa. Ooh, he's short. He went all the way, but just couldn't finish. Brown.
Hold back out. Set things up. Get something good.
Kendall, top of the key. Anderson, a shove by Bias on Dornicamp. Double team now. Horford shading in. Turnaround shot, it's good. What a shot by Aaron Dornicamp.
Terrific play. Individual effort there by Dornicamp.
Canada up by 9, their largest lead. They've matched it. Oh, here comes Rudd with the steal. He doesn't quite have numbers. He fakes. And he just had an offensive charge. Well sold by Edgar Sosa. There was contact.
I think it was a good call. He was out of control. There's a nice step in and interception. He's going to pull it out right now. Pull it out.
Yep.
Nowhere to go.
Well sold by Sosa, but there was definitely contact initiated by Rollins.
Absolutely.
So a wasted opportunity to build in this league with 8:19 to go. They're using Flores as a point guard now. Horford drives left, turns around right, fadeaway shot, no good, rebounded by someone. There's a fight down there. Jump ball.
And the arrow is going to Canada.
Canada. We'll have to wipe that part of the court.
We're going to see here. Look at this.
It's a scrum.
It really is.
We went to see a basketball game and a rugby game broke out.
Give credit to both teams fighting for that ball.
Oh, down to the eye off the ball for a minute. Dornicamp bringing it up court. That's a little dangerous.
Lots of pressure by Flores on Anderson.
Jermaine Anderson. Everybody thought he'd be the starter, but it's been Corey Joseph.
Good job going over the top there.
Rollins with a 3. It's a tough 3. Short. Big bounce. Horford takes the rebound. Another one for Al. Jack Michael Martinez wants to shoot. Horford's got to get out of the three-point line. Three-point second zone. And he gets fouled. Dornicamp is incredulous.
Martinez does a great job of just banging and trying to get position. He's going to go right. He's going to come back right. Can't let him do that.
All right. Cocodrilos de Caracas this year. Last year, Jalapa, Mexico. The year before, Cocodrilos de Caracas again. Before that, Puerto Rico.
He's what you call a global player.
Well, that's nicely put. The ball was last touched by Ulis Bias. It belongs to Canada. It's a 9-point game. Cannot make those key free throws. And now comes the pressure.
Full court pressure. Full court pressure towards the Republic.
Dornicamp screening Flores so Anderson can cross midcourt. He does. 7:20 to go in regulation. Anderson to the corner. Dribble handoff to Rudge. Loses the handle over to Brown. Anderson, three-point shot, no good, right at the buzzer. Rebounded by Baez. He's collecting rebounds too. He's got 6. Down to Horford. He cannot finish, but there's Michael Martinez making a living off misses, especially Horford's.
Is trying down to speed up the tempo of this game.
Pass over to Dornicamp, and he gets fouled by Martinez. And then a little extra body English or body Dominican by Alfredo Joel Horford Reynoso. So in between, as Joel Anthony comes back into the game for Levon Kendall, Al Horford spends his summers trying to get the last few credits for a communications degree at Florida. And there's a whistle.
Good for him. Good for him.
To honor his mother and to get a degree and perhaps even follow in your footsteps as an announcer, as an analyst.
You know, you can't play basketball forever. He's a great one. He's going to have a long career at the university, at the Hawks or whoever in the NBA. But at some point,
you got to plan ahead.
You got to plan ahead and do something else in your life.
Bad pass, and somehow Anthony saved it. 2 seconds. 24-second violation. Here comes the Dominican. Garcia. Step back. Shoots offline. Baez touched the ball, and Flores couldn't rescue. So now it's Team Canada's ball with 6:15 to go.
Robbins ought to come back and help here. Get the ball up.
Yeah, Dornicamp over to Robbins. Cross court to Brown. He crosses midcourt over to Anderson.
Let's see if Canada can get a good high percentage shot.
Robbins with a long 3. It's good.
Oh my!
You know,
he just got terrific range. And he shoots it with such confidence.
It's the 12th, I'm sorry, the 4th, the 9th three-pointer for Canada as Horford gets knocked in the face, in the mouth.
We're going to take a look at this drive right here by Horford to step in. He would have had a charge because Anthony steps in, puts his body in front of him, but they called it on Dornicamp, who reached in just at the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Canada wants to do. They want to make the offensive player put the ball on the floor and then step in the bigs and take the charge.
He's okay, though. He's a hockey player from the Dominican.
Any player that gets up after being
hammered is a
hockey player for you.
Right. Of course, that never happened to you, right? In other words, you never got hammered that hard back in the day.
Oh, yeah. But I always said, that's okay. I'm going to foul line.
Right.
It's easy, too.
And your lifetime shooting percentage from the free throw line?
It was pretty good towards the end of my career. At the beginning, it wasn't good, but it was pretty good. I was in the high 80s for a good part of my career at the end.
And by the way, so is Horford, who misses the free throw. And boy, are they missing free throws in this stretch of the game.
Well, they're only shooting 63% for the game.
And Al is 4 of 6. He makes the second one.
He's got a good-looking shot at the foul line.
And he cuts the lead back to 9. Oh, look at that. Pressure. Pressure.
Power wants pressure and more pressure to speed up the tempo of this game.
It's very... Here comes
3.
Rotten.
Another by Robbins.
Horford drives, shoots, tough shot, no good. And Brown is the last one to touch it. So It is 5:16 to go. 5:16 and a 12-point Canadian lead. Here comes Ronald Ramon offline. Rebounded by Roddens. Ramon chasing him. Goes all the way. Hands out. Just a bad pass. You have to think before handing the ball in traffic to an unsuspecting Joel Anthony.
You're absolutely right. I mean, they got the ball. They're up 5 minutes to go. They're up by 12.
You're not the team in a rush.
Exactly. I'm surprised. Just not a good, smart basketball player.
Edgar Sosa back in the game. Coming in for Ronald Ramon. His father, Ricardo Ramon, played in Brazil, in the Dominican, of course, and in Argentina, in the pro leagues here. Here comes Francisco Garcia, coming in for Luis Flores. He takes a breather. Halfway through the fourth.
Canada up 12, but really
pressure,
contest. That's how they've got their lead. That's how they got back into the game. That's why they got the lead right now. Doing exactly what.
And they're switching on screens. Here comes Jack Michael. Look at those elbows. Short, rebounded. Garcia had it, but Brown took it. Garcia tries to steal, and it's a foul by Garcia. Garcia doesn't want to have any help from a guy who threw the arm at him.
Terrific defensive play that time by Anthony against Martinez under the basket. I see the foul here, but Joel Anthony altered that shot by Martinez, and that's what he can do. He can alter shots, and he can rebound, and he blocks shots. That's why Joel Anthony is on the floor right now.
From Montreal, Canada, a fine player in this tournament.
Nice job for Miami Heat last year.
Yep, started for them in the playoffs. Here's pressure, and then breaks through with a dribble. Back to him. 4.5 to go. Brown stops, pops, short, rebounded by Horford. Here comes the Dominican. Sosa, back to Horford, drives left, turns right, hook shot, foul. And he'll go to the line again.
He doesn't make the shot, but that's his move. Going left, spinning, come back right with his right hand. That's money. Surprised that he didn't make it. Here we see, was there a nice little pivot right there. The turn, the plant from about 8 feet. Got to finish.
He misses the first shot again.
Right now, nothing is going on for the Dominican Republic. 13 points on the night, but there's only 4 for 14 from the floor. Two previous games he's been very, very effective.
79% free throw shooter in 89 games, including the playoffs, with the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, he's a big one. Shoot the ball from the outside.
He traveled. Pressure got to Denham Brown.
Anderson's got to go get the ball. Number 4, point guard. He's out there. They handle the ball. He's got to go get it.
And there's a timeout on the court. Canada enjoying an 11-point lead with 4 minutes to go. Let's see if they can hold that against a tough Dominican Republic team. Images of prior tournaments as Mar del Plata begins to write its own story. Renato Pasquale from Italy is the right-hand man for Leo Roddens, a descendant of Lithuanian immigrants into Canada.
Now what we're going to see right now is Dominican Republic wants to get a good high percentage shot, and then they're going to come out and put full court pressure on Canada. Anderson, the point guard, has got to go get the ball. Wherever it is, he's got to go get it. He's got to say, hey, it's my ball to get and my ball to bring it up. Because that's his job. And no one else here on Canada can really handle the pressure.
And not Corey Joseph.
Well, Corey Joseph right now is not in the game. game.
I'm just saying that you wouldn't substitute for Joseph at this point. You've had Anderson make a nice run now.
He's got a lot more experience right now, and I think Ralph feels comfortable now with the court. But
it's also with a long three. It is good. Doesn't know what to do. Watch out for the pivot foot. Deflected by Garcia. 16 seconds on the possession.
I mean, the other four players have got to recognize that Anderson is the guy we got to get the ball. Anderson, you got to go get it. Take it over. Otherwise, the pressure is going to get to him. The Dominican Republic.
Looking to pass. Brown over to Rottens. Guarded by Sosa. Looking for a pick from Anthony. To the corner. Brown drives. He falls down. Loses the ball. Captures it again. Over to Dornekamp. Oh, in traffic. That's a wild shot. The ball is last touched by Brown and belongs to the Dominican. And they're looking for a foul on the Canadian bench.
Canada is not playing very smart right now. Brown has made
wild.
He's made bad decisions.
I say bring in Shepard at this point. Let's see. Sosa. Easy for me to say, of course. Here comes Garcia with a long three with 18 seconds in the possession.
Anthony's got the ball. Foul. Great rebound by Anthony.
What do you think of that three by Garcia?
Well, they're running out of time. It was only 3:21. He got that in rhythm. And I think that was the play for him to come off the screen and take the shot.
And we got a question via Twitter for you, Gail.
Okay.
From a Canadian listener. He goes, as a Canadian, I would like less Dornekamp and more Olenek. What do you think? That's from Paul Denby.
Well, I think Kelly's played very, very well tonight. I think that right now Robbins is going with Dornekamp. Dornekamp can shoot the ball. He's got more experience. I think that's fine. But Kelly has played very, very well. The player that I like, that I think is out there right now is Brown, that is having a lot of trouble and making some bad decisions. But I think he's got to be out there because he can handle the ball a little bit better than you had to have Dornekamp out there because he can shoot and he's tough defensively. He's good on the boards.
And he's guarding Horford. Yeah. Here comes Sosa.
Right now, Dominican Republic.
Launching threes.
Yeah, they're launching threes in desperation. They should still. They got plenty of time. They can go into Horford. They can go into Martinez. Get rid of the ball, Brown, please. Now they can set up and win something. Good pressure by Sosa. High screen and roll.
Pass high-low, and Anthony makes the basket. Great play by Jermaine Anderson.
Great play by Joel Anthony.
The Dominican overloaded one side. They just went for the weak side. Here comes Horford. Double team and down low, triple team. Back to Horford. 9 seconds to shoot. Over to Sosa for the three again. Hits the rim. Bias fake. Over to Horford. He's fouled and he gets the basket. Possible three-point play for Al Horford.
Climbing the board. When the ball goes up, you're going to see there's a nice fake up, a nice little pass. Now 1-2. They allow Horford to take 2 shots. I know that that's the way referees are going to call it, but he does take 2 shots. Takes a baby step and gathers, and then takes one more. That's traveling 2 steps. According to Naismith.
Yes. And he makes the foul shot now.
Dominican Republic, what they're doing is they're launching threes and then just going to the boards hard. They've done very well on the boards. They've got 16 offensive rebounds.
Rottens. Over to Anderson. Another lofted pass to Dornekamp against Garcia. Cross-court pass. Brown makes up for whatever he did before.
And that's why he's in there.
11-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Horford turns, shoots, short, rebounded. Anthony. Oh, over to Jack Michael Martinez. Brown and Anthony were fighting for the ball and then handed that ball right into the arms of Jack Michael.
Never throw the ball back in the play as it's going out of bounds under your own basket. On the offensive end. Just let it go. They kick the ball out of bounds.
What looks to be an outstanding win by Canada is still not quite defined as such.
This game is 40 minutes. You got to play 40 minutes. You can't play 39, 38 and a half. You got to play 40.
Here's what I was doing. And again, we haven't been together enough. I'm running this to get something there or something, and then we ran again to boom, drive it, throw it back. We were trying to get baskets, not just threes. And that's why I was saying it, okay? Now, let's play what they're doing now. They don't want you to go left. What I would do is do it and do that little fade off the glass, okay? Just take it that way, spin back, go fade off the glass. All right? Now, we got to be in a press. Now, they're going to try to go in and deep. So they'll try to run something like this and run a guy up the middle.
No foul.
All right, yeah, just play, look. And because it's 9, look, because it's 9, and we got one more timeout, let's get this to 7 or 5. All right? So here's what we are. Look, we're off the ball in center field. Now I want you guards face guard, and then you switch. You two can play a little harder because Jack is back. So Jack's here. I don't care. No, you play Jack's man. So if this is your man, you play Jack's man.
You see full court pressure. He's got Jack.
Jack Michael Martinez.
Martinez in the back line.
Question from our listeners: why isn't he in the NBA? Jack Michael. He's a 6'9", 2'6" power forward. And he walks in the park, brings it up the court to Rottens. No, he's hesitated, but it's too late. Now he has to hand it to Anthony. Here comes the screen. Over to Dornicamp. Nice fake. Anderson with a 3. Long. Sosa with the rebound. Joseph is back in the game. 2-point guards for Canada. He gets shoved out of the court. Buys for 3. Rebounded and by Martinez and fouled by Routens. Yes, Andy Routens.
Fouled by Routens. Going for the ball. You don't mind that.
So again, the question from a listener is, why isn't Jack Michael Martinez in the NBA?
Oh.
If he's such a great rebounder, such a great crafty guy with offensive rebounds and putting it back.
Well, he's an undersized big man, for one thing. I mean, he's only 6'7", so he right now in this tournament,
he fits.
He fits. Okay, he would have a tough time playing a power forward position at 6'7". The NBA players are just much bigger. I mean, Parker, for instance, is 6'10", 6'11", and he's a power forward. So
he misses both. And that scrum for the ball. There's a jump ball between Baez and Dornicamp.
Those two.
It should be the Dominican at this time. Baez is a little sore, and Carrion tries to calm him down. Yep. They're going to wipe the floor a bit, I think. He could not, of course, refer to Jack Michael Martinez play the small forward position in the NBA.
No, here you see the scrum.
Yeah. Oh, that's a leg. It's a final kick that Baez objected to, and I think with good reason. Unnecessary.
No, Jack Michael is definitely a power forward type player. Very strong.
Pressure, full court pressure. They got to get the ball through. Oh, they lost it, and they lose it. Bad ball handling. Here comes Sosa. Garcia to Horford. Time is just ticking down. Less than a minute to go. And there's a reach-in foul. And the continuation. And the basket for Sosa. It is now a 7-point game. And potentially a 6-point game with a free throw. That's a ticky-tack foul.
Well, considering what's going on up there, I would tend to agree with you. But anytime you slap down, the officials are going to call the basket. Give a lot of credit to Sosa. He went right and continued on, got the basket, he's going to line. Look for the zone press right now. Outdoor closing at 6-11 up front.
6-point game, 53 seconds to go. Brown's handling the ball. Here comes Jermaine Anthony, and he's fouled by Horford. So So Anderson will go to the line for the first time tonight.
Can make free throws because they're going to extend the game. Right there, they got Anderson in the middle of the foul.
Yeah, with both teams over the limits, we have substitutions.
The Dominican Republic is in a desperation type press. They're running out of time, only 50 seconds to go. Canada is going to go to the line. They're going to get fouled each time they handle the ball if they don't get a steal.
He makes the free throw as Denham Brown is back on the court for Canada. Corey Joseph goes down to a two-point guard experiment. Didn't last. Okay, it's back up to an 8-point lead. Sosa trips on his own. Right where the FIBA sticker is on the court. Here comes Michael Martinez with a three, and he makes it. Oh, my. What a game. It's a 5-point game with 40 seconds to go. And Canada wants to talk it over.
He did say, let's get it down to 5. It's down to 5 right now.
And he still has that extra timeout in his pocket. As we see images and highlights in that last basket by Michael Martinez, as Renato Pasquale draws up the plays, Leo runs, observes.
Well, right now, they've got to get the ball up the court. The Dominican Republic, the press is really bothering Canada. Once they get the ball up, it's their offense. They've got to get some kind of offensive shot. And I don't mean a three. They've got to go down low. They've got to get something going to the basket. Difficult because the Dominican Republic has got more teams like this. Really causing them some problems. They got threes at this point in the game. They're up 5. They've got 30 seconds to go.
Questions from our listeners. Gail, would you keep Joel Anthony on the court, especially on offense, if he can't make free throws?
Yeah, because he's our rebounder.
And a shot and a paint clogger. Okay, 40 seconds, 40 and 1/10 seconds to go in regulation. 5-point difference. Pressure. Ooh, floated pass. Joseph on the ground. The ball is stolen again by the Dominican. Horford loses it again. And a foul by Michael Martinez. Garcia's a little slow getting up. He's holding his right hand, which he broke earlier in FIBA competitions.
You look at Canada and what's happening here and their response to pressure.
You know, that's the wrist that he broke in Puerto Rico in 2009. That really curtailed his 2009-10 NBA season with the Sacramento Kings. So,
as I was saying, the effort goes to the line to shoot. Canada has just not responded very well to any kind of full-court pressure by the Dominican Republic.
here comes Anthony, and he makes the first free throw.
Remember last night when Brazil put a lot of pressure on Canada on the ball, they worked it as well. So this is something that Canada certainly going to have to work with. Pressure as they move through this game.
Wow, he makes the second. Clutch. One-handed, left-handed shot. Sosa hands underneath Zach Michael. He's blocked, but he's also fouled. He's also hammered, he's hit, and he falls down.
If I'm Canada, I got to get on Sosa's right hand now. I think he travels there. He does. And then he gets the call for the foul.
Corey Joseph back in. Denham Brown is out.
Route is now substituted.
Offense, defense.
Offense, defense, ball handlers. What's ball handlers on the court? 24.6 seconds.
And it's an eternity for Canada. Coming up next, Puerto Rico, Uruguay. Puerto Rico is 2-0. And with Panama's win over Paraguay, they're into the second round, as is Argentina in Group B. but Uruguay is desperate for a win. They think they can have this game. We'll find out coming up next. As Luis Flores is at the scorer's table. Jack Michael Martinez, so far, 2 of 7. 3 of 8 now from the free throw line.
He's got 18 points, 16 rebounds. He's been a monster in this tournament.
Look at that, 16 rebounds and 9 of them offensive. That's how he gets his points.
He's a wide body and he works hard on the
He makes both. When his team needs him the most.
Very smart substitution here. Kyle Power substituting, and now he gets his defense set.
So Bias comes in for Martinez, and Martinez remains at the scorer's table. Dornicka, trouble. Rodden's up ahead. Nice cut by Anderson and a foul by Edgar Sosa. Forced the change in possessions. Both teams in the over the limit. Yeah, so it's a free throw and substitution marathon from now on. With almost 21 seconds to go.
There's the reach in, the foul
by Sosa. So Anderson, perfect in 2 visits to the charity stripe. We'll see what happens. Misses. Boy, Canada could use those shots.
Well, he hit the first 2. It's the only 2 points he's got for the game. Canada shoots 69%. They've not shot free throws well in the fourth quarter outside of Anthony's 2 and then this one right here.
18 seconds to go. 6-point game, 3-point shooting time at this point for the Dominican. Jack Michael drives in. Where are the shooters? He takes a shot. Fouled and will go to the line. Jack Michael is fouled by Anthony. That is Joel Anthony's 4th. Martinez to the line. 19 points, 16 rebounds, 1 assist. And he makes a free throw. All of a sudden he's making it. He's made the last 3 in a row.
Can't even hit a 3 tonight.
Makes both. Sosa comes in.
And he's got a 4-point game.
And Canada will call its timeout. With almost 11 seconds to go in regulation, and it's a 4-point game.
All right, Canada's got the ball out of bounds underneath the basket. They've got to work with someone open and get the ball. Dominican Republic, they're going to attempt this big steal, pass it. If they don't, they're going to foul right away. Extend the game. One guy. 93 push. Canada has got to get the ball in right now. That's what they're talking about. How to work against this front line that the Republic has got there for the press. Over to be up front. Power will have to switch everything, deny the pass. Press this again. Or the Republic get a steal.
And let's see. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
And if I'm Anderson, I'm out there. I got to go get the ball.
Joseph is also out there. Both are. And Rockets.
It's up to the front court.
Yeah.
So it will not be.
Just remember, Joel Anthony has 4 fouls. Comes down to a shot down below, depending on the score. If he's thinking overtime, we'll see if that plays a role into his thinking and his defensive posture. He just made the last 2, though. He's looking for the ball. Joseph. He gets the ball in the corner, and he's fouled right away by Sosa. So again, it's a free throw shooting competition. Simple enough. Denham Brown will be coming in. Joseph misses the first shot. That's his first shot attempt from the free throw line. Here comes the second one. He makes it. It's a 5-point lead. 10.5 seconds to go. And now Calipari will be calling his last timeout.
Defensive measure, Martinez will come in for the Dominican Republic. Offense.
So let's listen in.
What we're going to do now on the weak side, I want you to start a little lower, like this. You're like on the elbow. Come out. When he catches it, come out like you're getting it, okay? You bust ass, ball. Now watch. He's just catching it. Go wide, even in the backcourt. I don't give a shit. You stay there. Stay high, okay? And now he's driving at baseline. You're getting that three there. So you drive it there.
Am I setting the screen here?
Yes. Yes. Just stop, coach. All right? So now, if somehow they guard that you throw it to Jack and run there, and you get it. So we're trying to go to you. Jack, you cannot get in his way when he catches it. He's going baseline. No.
Trying to drive, kick it for a quick three.
No, Gail, John Calipari's getting an education in FIBA basketball. This is his first exposure. More similar to NCAA rules than pro rules. But now listeners and viewers are getting an education what it looks like to be inside a Calipari huddle. A rare treat from FIBA. Here comes Garcia for the three. It is good. It's a 2-point game. 4 seconds to go. Inbound to the Dornicamp, and he's fouled right away by Garcia. Now there's 2.9 seconds to go. And these two are critical. Make these two and the game is just about over.
Well, it worked. Garcia was wide open on the baseline. The drive, keep going all the way across court. Garcia nailed it.
I mean, he's had an up and down game, making only 2 of 6 3-point shot attempts as Dornicamp makes the first. The second one is critical. First free throws of the night for Aaron. Makes the second, and that's a 4-point lead with less than 3 seconds to go. Sosa is in.
If you're Canada, no foul.
Yeah, let him shoot. Try to kill as much time as you can, but no contact.
Challenge the inbound pass.
And are you assuming that they're going to take a three? Let's see. Bias. They're going to have to. Here comes Garcia. No contact. And it's good, but it is also over. Team Canada wins 73-72, beating the Dominican Republic, and the Canadians are celebrating. And Francisco Garcia is absolutely crushed. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. 7-point lead by the Dominican in the first half. Canada then took a 12-point lead and then a war of attrition. But the Dominican Republic just ran out of time. 17 points and 11 rebounds from Al Horford.
Shot 27 points for 20% for 3-point play. Didn't rebound the ball. Give Canada a lot of credit. 41% for 2, 43% for threes. They come away with a victory. It's probably what you would consider the first real upset here of the tournament.
Indeed, as we look at the game leaders, and Andy Rotten's hot from 3. ends up with 15 points. The rebound category, Joel Anthony and Jack Michael Martinez, no surprise. Al Horford leads Dominican with 3 assists, and that was a problem. Corey Joseph, a nice outing, earning his spurs, pardon the pun. And Horford leads his team also in steals. Just an all-around game from Al Horford, but it wasn't enough. As we look at the top scorers from both teams, Francisco Garcia ended up scoring a lot of points late. Nice game from Kelly Olynyk and cooling a three-pointer. And Javon Shepherd carried Canada into its 12-point lead with great defense and also some scoring. And Carl English, the top scorer for Canada, 12 points in the first half. English ends up with 12 overall for the game. So Team Canada with an important win. They get points. They get 2 points. And for the Dominican, the first loss after 2 wins. Chances are the Dominican will make it into the second round. But if Canada advances, that is a loss they'll have to deal with as they move on into the rankings and the cross pairings into the second round. So we'll see what happens from now on. And for the Dominican Republic, of course, it's important now to win the rest of the games, of course, and win them by a certain score. As Canada draws blood, they've lost one. Cuba will probably be out of this tournament at the end of this week.
Canada will play
Cuba
tomorrow, 11:30.
It'll be an early game. That's the only problem for Canada. The Dominican will have to handle Brazil in a game you and I will cover in the third slot of that game. So an unbelievable finish to the game. It was really a game that it looked like that we were going to have a blowout for a second. Then it looked like Canada was having some trouble bringing the ball up the court. And finally, a great game at the end. A war of attrition. Everybody making their free throws. But it just time ran out for the Dominicans.
Canada does not handle pressure very well, as I saw there in the fourth quarter. But they shot threes. They shot very well. They shot 43% from range. So that was absolutely terrific. Rounds keeping off the pace. 20 minutes got 15 points.
5 out of 11 as we look at the highlights. Early's bias scoring for Dominican early. Nice play, a handoff, and a dunk by Al Horford. Here comes Javon Shepherd, walking it all the way in. Nice fake by Bias, who was using that fake to good effect to let Joel Anthony think about something. Corey Joseph handing off to Rowden, who was hot. He makes the basket. He had 15 points. A long three by Rowden that drew the ire of John Calipari, who called a timeout. Why did he let that happen? And then Levon Kendall, who played a fine game, touching every bit of that rim before pulling it through. Jack Michael Martinez went an impossible angle, left-handed shot through Kendall's arms, and then Horford with a tough shot, and again an offensive putback by Jack Michael Martinez. Another three by Rowden, and a tough play, great foul there by Joel Anthony.
Step back three by Rowden. Sosa, they started shooting threes at the end. Sosa again came on late in the game. Then Martinez steps out. There is three. There is the
tears.
Point with the emotional by loss.
It's been a tough night for the Dominican. But these things happen at the 2011 FIBA Americas Championship, the Olympic qualifier in Mar del Plata. Gil Squirters and I will be back in just a few moments as Uruguay will face Puerto Rico in the nightcap here in Mar del Plata. We'll see you in a few minutes.